And now it's time for another one of my lovely videos on YouTube. My cat! I'm going to grab a finish of you! Get that and that! Mara Brewer. And basically it is the day after the local elections here in the UK. And for me, I'm rather surprised. Seeing as I don't know, the Tories, aka the party which a load of people, especially me in the UK, love to hate, were making gains. I mean, seriously, I've just check and go online, see how the results are. And the Tories have gained here in Scotland over 30 seats. I mean, seriously. This kind of thing is ridiculous. Plus, also, Labour have lost over 30 seats. Here in Scotland. It's almost like people all around the country are thinking, do I choose between a woman who thinks that it's perfectly okay for nurses in the NHS to go and be humiliated by going to food banks because the pay which we give her is so crap, or option B, we choose an old man and who basically wants to put the NHS to what it's supposed to, and will really represent the modern person with a modern income, and who isn't all rich and in the 1% and of the richest people. I'm gonna go with option A. Because I just don't like him. Honestly, that's basically what people's thinking. Plus, I cannot believe that the Tories ended up making gains here in Scotland. I mean, heck, they ended up saying all this shit on bloody Scottish independence, saying Scotland doesn't need or want another independence referendum. And that the SNP were going to force us Scots into having another referendum. Thing is, for all of you Tories out there in the UK, not only did in 2014 did Scotland choose to stay in the UK, but in the EU referendum, we voted to stay in the EU. So, thing is, seeing as how most Scots voted against Scottish independence because we didn't want to leave the EU, with us leaving the EU anyways, against our own will pretty much, there is no middle ground. We cannot stay both in the European Union and the United Kingdom. It's pretty clear on that. There is no middle ground. Because beforehand in the last referendum, there was middle ground. And that middle ground was UMX. The other thing is now, there isn't. I mean, seriously. What on earth were people thinking of when they saw all this rubbish on Scottish independence? Where apparently, oh yeah, that's right, where Jeremy Corbyn then was saying apparently that a second Scottish referendum on independence should be held, where Nick Clegg was warning of the dangers of blocking an independent referendum, which Theresa May went, la la la, I'm not listening, I don't give a shit, It's about this kind of thing, la la la. Mm, mm. And and there's one thing which Ruth Davidson did get right. For us Scots, we don't want another referendum. But the thing is, pretty much, we have no choice in the matter anymore, courtesy of Brexit. Because our only option is to either stay in the EU or stay in the UK. There is no both thing. There isn't any both anymore. I think I remember doing a video a while back, which was on the whole Scottish independence thing. And then my dad came in and said his normal anti-Scottish independence rubbish. Ish. Anyways, pretty much, if I recall correctly, didn't most of the countries in the EU said that they'd actually welcome an independent Scotland into the European Union? So that kinda really defeats the whole thing on us not being allowed to be in the EU if we became independent. So that's that old argument done for. Yeah, the thing is, with people in Scotland having believed all this rubbish, where apparently Nicola Sturgeon is going to force Scotland into another independence referendum, and where the blimmin' Green Party and the SNP and Labour and Lib Dem, they're all gonna go into one big coalition so they can force us Scots into being free from all these horrible old people in suits who don't even live in Scotland and want to nag us around on what we can and can't do. I mean, heck, can we choose basically what shows get put on the TV channels? No. Can we choose which wars we want to go and fight? No. Can we even choose which laws which Westminster tries to dish out that we should have? No. No, we don't. I mean, heck, the only devolved powers we got in Scotland after the last independence referendum was just ones on stuff which we already could do. Plus we got barely any last time due to the constant watering down of the devolved powers. Especially thanks to the Scotland villain the Queen's Speech. Although I don't know why that event was called the Queen's Speech, because that speech wasn't really from the Queen, and she was pretty much just reading in a script which was done by Plymouth David Cameron and George Osborne. And back then. Honestly, the one main lesson which I try to explain to people, and that is to think before you vote. Yeah, pretty much the thing is, the only good thing about living Scotland and probably Wales and Northern Ireland too are having Tories go and be in our devolved parliaments and all that lot, is that it will probably make Theresa May even more Trump overconfident, and we'll continue to see her then go and act like Trump did during the race for the White House, where she will pretty much be saying whatever she likes, does whatever she likes, and she'll think that pretty much us Brits are so stupid that we will basically turn a blind eye to the whole thing, and that we have the memory of goldfish and will completely forget about it. Sorry, Theresa May, but for us Scots and English and basically everyone in Britain, so to speak, we aren't stupid. Sure, we may wind up being nice to give all you Tories your 5th, 6th, 7th chance in power, hoping that this time you won't go and fuck it up. Yeah, eventually for us Scots and everyone else who's wanting independence, we will ultimately grow tired of you trying to boss us around and basically talk down to us like children and all that lot. And we will ultimately choose to, well, worst case scenario, which I've always imagined for when it came to Scottish independence, was where ultimately for us Scots we get fed up with blimmin' Westminster bossing us around, treating us like badly, and basically we choose to go solid with democracy and choose to do the same way our ancestors attempted to get independence, by using a sword and a shield rather than a pen and a piece of paper. Although I doubt that kind of thing would happen now. I mean, as if we would wind up resorting to the time period of our Scottish ancestors, where Scotland ended up getting treated like dirt by the English. Honestly, one thing's for sure. If the Tories try to mess up Scotland, then in the end it's simple what'll happen. Ultimately, if they try to continue messing up the UK as a whole, it'll come a day where they'll say pretty much whatever they want, and it'll just go straight through one ear and out the other, and ultimately their luck will run out, and their grip on Westminster, like their iron grip on Westminster and number 10, will ultimately go away, and poof, they'll be gone. And more than likely, unless you are a complete and utter idiot, or somebody who was really, really willing to forgive and forget regardless on what happened, then it would be a very, very, very long time until the Tories ended up being in number 10. I'm bored of talking all this political garbage. Anyways, what I'm going to do after this video is uploaded is check to see how my music video on global warming's been doing. Cause like yesterday I done this music video on global warming. Cause I thought like, why not do one on global warming? Seeing as how pretty much it's been like the weather's been pretty weird and stuff, I think, recently. I don't know. Hopefully Scotland won't get any droughts. Like all these flaming scientists say that Scotland will get if global warming continues to get worse. Anyway, if you like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share through whatever you like in the comments, and if you want to see more of my videos, then go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is an update. For me, I have now reached the total of 10 subscribers! Yippee for me! So, huge thanks to everyone who subscribed to me. You basically really make me happy that somebody is at least paying attention to all the stuff and the content which I put out, which makes me like more bothered to put stuff out, and it makes me feel like I'm not wasting my time and stuff on my computer all the time completely, even though my dad says that I'm basically just too sod all. Anyways, I've been coming out to do up my hair maybe. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, do whatever you like, and bye!
Milkshake, 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 milkshake. We don't need to leave the UK to be Scottish.
My cat!